Good afternoon, guys. My name is Jana, and today I want to do some macrame. I do macrame with cotton, so it's sort of a micro macrame. It's very thin. I don't exactly know how thin it is. I think about 1 millimeter or maybe a little bit more, but it's very thin. And today I want to focus on teaching myself the backward knot. So I want like a little bracelet that will have black on both of the outsides of the bracelet. So I'm going to start with a piece of paper that I'm going to put down so that you can actually see my thread. And I'm going to start with holding this in my hand and pulling this wide, which will be right here in my arm hole there. I don't know what it's called. Does anybody know the name of that? Then please tell me what it's called in English, because I have no clue. Okay, so, and I'm going to do 2 black ones for both the outsides, and when I get the first one measured, I will measure the second one by the first one, which is the easiest. And then I have 5 more different colors. So now I need to cut off 5 more in different colors, and when I've done that, I'll continue this video. In a previous video, I would take a knot and tie it here, and then take my knot out, but I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to just do it differently. I'm going to tie the knot on the top so that I don't have to pry the knot out, and I can just cut off the knot to braid it later on. So I guess I got a little bit more lazy, and this just sounded a little bit more easy. So I'm just going to pull that as far to the top as I can. Now I have a paper cutter that I use. Let me show you that. That's a paper cutter that I use, but you can use a clipboard. I like my paper cutter. It keeps everything really tight. And the first thing I'm going to do is try to position you guys straight. I like my paper cutter. It has a little device where I can just put it underneath my paper cutter and hold it down tight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that down, pull my threads, and now I'm going to put them in order. And that would be the black thread first. And this is going to be taped down in a bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. But right now I need to first tape these first braids down. I got a really dark red here, and that comes next, and then sort of an orange. That's next. And I got black on the outside here. And then I got a dark yellow that I want to use on this side, and a lighter yellow, and a really light yellow, and a cream. These are like sort of entangled, so I'm going to just get that out, try to put as much as it in order as I possibly can. There, and I see that this black is just a little closer to this side, and this black Okay, this is the order that I want my threads to Okay, so this is the order that I want to work with. When it comes to the colors, I got dark red, orange, light orange, a yellow, a light yellow, and a cream, and 2 black on the outside. So this is the order I want to work in. I'm going to take some tape and I'm going to put my threads together and try and keep them in the order that I want them. And I'm going to pull my knot all the way to the end of my clipboard. In this case, it's not the clipboard but the paper cutter, and I'm going to paste that down. And now I'm going to tape my white tape down, my white paper down, so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, and I don't like knots on top of here that they start with. So what I want to do is I want to do 2 straight rows, and I've done that before, so if you know how to do that, then you can just start doing that right now. But for those of you who don't know how to do that, let me point you a little bit more towards my hand. Okay, I gotta make sure that this tape is straight. And I'm gonna take the first 2 threads, hold the black one in the right hand, go pick up the next one with your left hand, go over your finger and go into the loop and pull that so that the red knot is on top. And do that again. Don't pull too hard. Make sure that the knot is exactly underneath the tape, and that will help you give it a straight line. So you might have to pull the black thread up more and the red thread down. Hold on to the black thread, pick up your next thread. And already pull it next to the red knot right here on top. Over your finger and pull it through. And right next to that red knot. Again, over your finger. And pull that right next to there. Pick up the next color and already position that right next to the other one. That will keep everything nice and tidy. Over the finger, into the loop, and pull that through. Right there. Not too tight. Over the finger, into the loop. And now the second one you can pull a little tighter. And then the next color, over your finger, into the loop. Right next to the yellow one there. Over your finger, into the loop. And pull that tight. Next color. Over your finger, into the loop, and pull that tight, over your finger, into the loop. Alright, there. How's it looking? And next is the white one. Pull that right next to the yellow, light yellow, into the loop. And over your finger, into the loop. And sometimes that will happen. And you need a needle to just kind of carefully pull that out. not to damage your thread, of course. Over your finger, into the loop. Like that. And now the last one, which is the black one. Over your finger, into the loop. And over the finger, into the loop. Okay. Now we have the one that we worked with on the outside, and try and straighten that out a bit if you can. There. Now we're going to take the one that we worked with in our left hand, and with our right hand we're going to go over the finger into the loop. And now this one is going to be pulled up. Do that again, over the left finger into the loop. And pull that tight. Pick up your next color. Go over the finger into the loop. And pull that tight. Over the finger into the loop. And pull that tight. Next color, and be careful you don't mix them up. Over your finger into the loop. And pull that tight, not too tight, over your finger into the loop. And pull that next to that other one. Next color. Over your finger into the loop. And again, and it's hard to do it with left, but you get used to it. Over the finger into the loop. Next color. Over the finger into the loop. And as you can see, I'm pulling my thread upwards also. And again, over the finger into the loop. And these two red colors look very much alike, so I gotta be careful that I pick up the right one. Over the finger into the loop, and over the finger into the loop. And the last one, over the finger into the loop. Move that over the finger into the loop. And pull that tight. And if all is correct, you have two nice, pretty straight lines. At least I hope you did good. I think I did pretty well. I'm still practicing this. But anyway, now I have two straight lines. And now I want to start with working the black that needs to be on the outside. So, this is how it works. Pick up your first colored thread with your right hand. And first we're going to do a forward knot, which is basically like this. So if you don't get it, you can always go like this. This is a forward knot, okay? But this is easier. Pick it up with your right hand and just make a regular knot, like that. Over your finger, into the loop. and pull that tight, but not too tight. And then you get the backward knot, which is, this is the forward, and then this is the backward. See, it's like a 4, and it goes backward. But I don't know how to do that. The easiest way I can show you this is hold the colored thread in your right hand, put the black thread and cross it over on your finger, and pull it in to the loop, like that. And now you see that my black thread is still first. And other than that, we're just going to pick up the next thread, and we're just going to do what I already did in another video. I'm just going to go do regular forward knots only. I'm going to not tie these too hard, the first two ones. I will pull tighter later on. Again, picking up the next color, and I'm working with red. I want to make sure that I don't do this too tight, because I want it to go that way. And if I pull it too tight, the first ones, then they're going to be all the way up here, bumping into that. I don't want that. I need a little bit of space. Okay, that's 2. Now here comes 3. Over the finger into the knot. Over the finger into the knot, and just kind of slide it up. Like that, just not all the way. Next color. Picking up the red again, over the finger into the knot. About here, over the finger into the knot. About there. Picking up my next color, over the finger into the knot. About here, over the finger into the knot. About here. And we got a nice line. I'm still trying to get that one a little bit more straight. There. And now we need to make this black color stay on the outside. So you got your red in your finger, on your finger. Pick up your black with the left, and cross over it on your finger. Go into the loop and pull it up. That's 1. And now a regular knot. So over the finger, into the loop, and pull. Okay, and that's our first row. And we're going to start at the beginning again. You pick up your black thread and your red thread, or orange, dark orange. Dark orange, your color goes in the right hand. Go over your finger, just a regular one, and pull. And now you go over your finger, you cross it into the loop and up. And now you can start pulling it a little bit tighter. And as you can see, my black thread is still on the outside. And we're going to just leave it there. We're not going to do anything with it. So these are the next 2 threads we're going to work with. Pick up the color, and this is the one that's going to have the next line. So this is the one that we're going to be working with. Over your finger, into the loop, and pull. And you can pull a little tighter now. Not too tight. Pull it out of position. Don't want to do that. over the finger, into the loop. There. Pick up the next color, over your finger, into the loop, over your finger, into the loop. And it sometimes helps to twist it a little bit, get the threads to go down a bit. Pick up the next color, into the loop. Oh, see, that you don't want to do. Now you gotta pull them all down. And this problem is over as soon as you did your first complete round with all the colors, but you gotta be careful. Okay, that was yellow. Over your finger, into the loop. Pull, over your finger, into the loop. Pull, careful, careful. And picking up the red, over your finger, into the loop. Pull, over your finger, into the loop. And pull. And now we're back with the black one again. And this gets first a backward knot. So keep on holding on to that red in the right. Pick up your black with your left. Cross it over your finger and make sure that the colors are crossed. And then into the loop, upwards. And the next one is just regular, over the finger, into the loop. Pull it through. And now we're going to start all over again with the next color. First over the finger, into the loop. And then cross it, into the loop, and upwards. And now we're just going to work with these two colors again. Just doing forward knots. Over your finger, into the loop. Pull, over your finger, into the loop. Pull. And I still have to check if I don't do that too tight now and then. And I do. I gotta have that space. And this is my working thread. And you can see what your working thread is by the fact that it's in that direction if you have to lay it down. Next color, over your finger, into the loop. Pull, over your finger, into the loop. Pull. Next color. Over your finger, into the loop. Pull, over your finger, into the loop. Pull, next color, over your finger, into the loop. Pull, over your finger, into the loop. Pull, next color, over your finger, into the loop. Pull, over your finger, into the loop. Pull, and now we got black again. Picking it up with the right, picking black up with the left, cross, into the loop, pull up, and regular. So that's about it. That's how it works. It's not that difficult. And personally, I like to work like this, so that this line is straight, and I like to tape it down. open it up a little bit more. There. I like to tape it down also to get that straight working line. Like that. And then you're just going to continue doing what you did. Forward, backward, forward, 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 backward, forward, and we start all over again until your bracelet is long enough, and then I will show you what's next. Forward, backward. Okay, well, I think this bracelet is long enough, so I'm going to take it off. And see what that looks like. Let's get this off. Okay, let's see. That looks really nice. I see that this is not quite straight after all, so maybe I'm thinking maybe next time when I do one of these I will just start with the first row and then later on put the two straight lines on there. But I can do my last two straight lines now, and for that I will need some tape. It's kind of dark outside because it's snowing, so I thought I will put some light on there. I will hope that will help. The thing I'm going to do next is I'm going to tape down. I'm going to start at the ending. Okay, it's a little dark outside due to the snow, so I hope the light will help. But now I need two straight lines, so I'm picking up the black thread in my left hand, and my right thread is going over it. Into the loop. One. Again. Into the loop. Two. A second thread also goes over the black thread. just going to try and create that straight line. And the black one. And now we go back, pick it up in the right hand, black thread goes around, 1, 2, and now that I got my 2 lines, I am going to braid. I got 3, 2, 3. I'm just going to braid that. Okay, I have braided both sides, and that's about the same size where the knot is. And let me see, my bracelet is still all over the place, and that's about how it looks on my wrist. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to straighten it out and make it soft, because this will irritate my skin, as it will, I suspect, a lot of people, because it's very stiff. Not as stiff as I used to braid. I actually did this pretty loosely just to see what would happen if I would do it more loosely. I think it looks very nice, very even. So I'm pretty proud of this project, actually, to be honest. And now I'm just going to water that up and put it in between a book and straighten that out and make it all soft so it will be bearable.